Let me move my mic a little bit.
Ciao. Ciao. For those of you I have not yet had the pleasure of
Oh my
meeting,
god.
I am
Sorry.
Carmela Mantovani. And I'm here to talk about ghosts and all
Sorry,
that
I
we
suck.
know about them.
Stay and listen.
So, grazie mille for attending. Now, I will speak with you about ghosts, spirits, phantoms. There is still much we don't know about ghosts, you must think. And this is true. Yet, there is plenty to speak on. So do not worry. We do know that not all dead linger. Only those bound to a place, an object, a person stay. Why? This we do not know yet for certain. It is theorized that all spirits are bound, fettered by an emotional component. Death in a place, obsession with an object, love or anger to a person. By their nature, they're hard to define. And yet, even in their elusiveness? Yeah, sì, questo funzionerà. We find them everywhere. By their many names, they are all across the world. There are many formations. Some echo the grief they left upon the world and are blind to the living. While others are vengeful and aggressive, haunting a person or place and causing everything from psychological to physical damage. Regardless, no single spectre has been able to directly communicate. But tomorrow night we intend to change this. So, what stops them from speaking? Is it a physical matter? No, it cannot be, as they interact with the world in other ways. Blowing papers off desks, snuffing candles, sometimes even striking people. Perhaps the limitation is in their lungs, then. Well, no. Many wail and moan, after all. Could it be they have nothing to say? I do not think so. Many a mystic, myself included, believe that spirits have given us a feeling of things they once said. There is a chance this is wishful thinking on our parts. But I believe so many have felt this, that at least one person must be correct. Maybe they simply cannot speak for themselves? This we cannot rule out, and is to be my conclusion if our seance does not bear fruit. So, why do I have such hopes for this seance? This I have been doing for a long time. When you invite a ghost to speak with you, there are always limits. The strength of the spirit, the skill of the medium, the thickness of the veil. All of these things can make it difficult for a ghost to manifest. We see their forms on occasion. We feel the echoes of their emotion. But these things do not require expense. They sustain themselves, somehow. This we do not understand. It takes effort for a spirit to be more than echoes, to make a more conscious connection with the world of the living. This is an age of science, yes? So, let me speak in those terms. We think of ghosts as waveforms, spiritual waveforms. A soul rippling long past the death of its host, its shell. in a frequency we cannot easily see. In daytime, at night,
Ugh.
easier to see.
Sorry.
The less interference around, lights, other people, and so on,
Sorry.
the easier still. If you have noticed animals behaving strangely, this is because they see different wavelengths to us. As is with light, the atmosphere blocks the wavelength of light. The same is true for spiritual wavelengths. But at this time of year, the veil, or spiritual atmosphere, is at its thinnest. And then there is you. Those gathered. People attuned to the mystical, coming together to work as a... Qual è la parola? A net. To catch the signal. No, net is not correct. Che cos'è? Ah, my words let me down. But look, if you do not believe me, I'm told that crows are a symbol of your Irish death goddess. They are gathering. And at night, the dead are roaming. I think they line up for the chance to speak to us. Imparting? A warning. We understand ghosts to be the disembodied souls of the old selves, sometimes less or incomplete as to how they were before. So, tomorrow, when the veil is at its thinnest, mind your words. These spirits were once people. They are the intangible remains. And they will be just as driven as they ever were, if not more.
Okay. Got a couple library topics. Investigate room 1. Okay. I would like investigate room 9. Didn't I already do that? How do I find out more? Act.
Ah, Declan. Aren't you fierce good coming back to see me?
Okay. What can you tell me about Seance Blake? Mary, I can tell you she didn't care that much for that title. We only spoke a few times. She had trouble conceiving, so she came to me under the dead of night for some alternative help. You wouldn't have liked that sort of thing then. Funny how death changes us. I never heard much how it turned out, but the boy's on the walls, so it must have worked. Not that I doubted it would, mind you. GG's Malice, how you doing, cutie? Welcome in. How do you protect something like the well and the water? Declan, between you and me, the breeze, I'm still figuring that bit out on the job. Normally my work is less abstract. A sick lamb or a boy who needs the cure of a bad cough, but the gods wouldn't give me a task I wasn't able for, right? Do you think it's hard for Ruari being your apprentice for all these years? It's been a long road, yes. He's been in my shadow since he was small. Even now I worry that the little shadow could disappear entirely inside my own. But he can still be a bit in his own head, tries to think his way through when he should be feeling instead. That'll get you just as much trouble as never stopping to think in the first place. He'll get there. He's just not there yet. This is a fine cross you have there. It's just to keep the priests off my back. Between you and me, Declan, I don't much care for these new gods. Up on high, golden thrones puff. I prefer the old gods walking and working the land side by side with us.
I'll let you go.
You take care now, Declan.
She believes the well here is of great importance to the land and that the seance could cause severe damage to the area. She is trying to ward the well but cannot seem to do it alone. Perhaps I can find someone to help her. Okay. Maybe he can help her? Ask about his strange equipment. Okay.
Mr. Ward, what can I do for you?
Can you think of anything your aunt might be missing to help her with her work at the well? 100 things, Mr. Ward, but one that only matters. Modernity. The seance is modern magic. She cannot protect it against it without modern tools. If only she would accept my help. You know anything about the symbols on the well? That's aunt's work. You should ask her about that. Well, What are the duties of your role? Somewhere between being a priest and a doctor. Some faith work, some healing. Really, it's helping people in whatever way they need. Of course, there's less need now. The old ways die more each year, and doctors are more commonplace. Still, everyone needs a trusted friend. In many ways, it's the real core of the work. You know anything about the well in the hedge maze? I do. It's old, very old, from before this place was built. Probably not the only bit of antiquity around here. It's Vidal's belief that the well is the lifeblood of the entire region. I'm inclined to agree with her. Great. Aunt's shadow. Have you been apprenticing under her for long? I have, for too long in truth. I've learned everything she has to teach me, but I'm still an apprentice. She does not like my modern approach to the role. She believes it distracts me from the work. But to adapt is the work. If only I could get her to see modern problems require modern solutions. I'm trained to handle all of her duties. I lack her experience, but I have medical training and new techniques to give me an edge. When you take over, will you still be a bean droid? Of course not. I will just be a droid. Okay. Words. Love playing a new sci-fi or fantasy game with made-up words I cannot pronounce, especially when there's no voice acting. Right? I know. I'm doing my best. Oh yeah, let's ask about the note. I gather Miss Dean was interested in learning Irish magic from your aunt. She was. She rejected her, though. That's all there is to that. Talk about hauntings. I've heard about this manor being haunted. Have you encountered anything of the sort? Yes, I have. It's the crying in the hallways that bothers me the most, and the damp patches in the wallpaper. That I would attribute just to being an old building, except the patches seem to move. What do you know about the goddess? A member of something. The goddess of wisdom, healing, poetry, livestock, and a number of things. She's sometimes thought to have two sisters of the same name with other domains, and sometimes they're all attributed to the one Brit. You'll find her linked to the Saint Bridget, too. I can tell you that for free.
I have to be on my way.
Be well, Mr. Ward.
Okay. Investigate room 10 and room 1 is what I have so far. Okay. I don't know if I can get into room 1. Well, they're going to be in there for a few minutes, so I can hurry up and go to room 1. I think I was supposed to go upstairs. Get to room 1. Yep. Sorry. It's a good thing I don't waste time running around because so far we've only convinced 2 people not to go to the seance, but I do have a feeling we should be convincing more people not to go. All right, let's see if we can get into room 1. Don't know if I can or not. Oh.
You really haven't seen her then, sir? Miss Dean?
I am so sorry, my dear, but truly I haven't. I do wish we'd had the time, but Miss Dean and I barely got the chance to speak.
But sir, that just isn't true. You were with her. I saw her. She was in your room.
What?
Good heavens, Miss Murphy. Where does this fixation with Miss Dean come from? It's going to get you into trouble.
He was sleeping with her,
one day.
definitely. We kind of knew that she was going to his room.
But
Think, dear child. What if Mr. Varley could hear you now, talking about his guests this way?
you're right, sir. I'm sorry.
Don't be
It's
sorry.
hardly your fault, miss. Someone of Miss Dean's standing simply shouldn't be so careless with her fraternizations. You and that bellboy seem to have the same stars in your eyes at the very mention of her name.
Yeah, I would love... Okay, there's a lot we have to do. I need to make a checklist right now. We need to figure out how to get to the safe in the stables. I feel like that's the next thing we need to be doing. Where's room 10? I can't hear anything.
That wonderful
Hi, Bo.
girl, could she be any cuter? Who's that wonderful girl?
Hi, cutie. Welcome in, my dear. Sorry, I was just taking a lot of notes. I do not believe I've been in here. Nope. Letter from... ordering him to come to the seance. Nope, close that. A letter from Miss Dean. She's thanking him for his offer to tutor her, but says she wants to learn from a true master. The letter has been crumpled up more than once, as if he's been taking it out, rereading it, and discarding it all over again. Dr. Callahan was in direct communication with Miss Dean regarding a mentorship in the mystic arts. I should search the manor for any further correspondence that may have been hidden away. Okay, got it. Research notes. Notes on the event. It seems the doctor is preparing for a research paper on the events of the coming weekend. Okay. A London paper. He's reading an article on staff shortages in the hospital. These look like medical records, but they're masked by a sigil. Oh, wait, what? Is this another puzzle, brother? Oh my god. What room are we in? Room 10. Sigil. Okay, hold on. I have something of a sigil. Give me a sec. Excuse me. Records. I have something of a sigil. A sigil that dissolved whatever it has been linked to. Maybe it's that one. No, that can't be it. That can't be it. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to figure out any of these puzzles, you guys. Seriously. I don't know how to figure out any of these puzzles. We just got another one. I don't know how to do it. Ugh. A book that has clearly been handled with care. Well. A gramophone record and a note. Note to self, request gramophone to room so I can attempt to use this to re-enter the dream and find out what's going on here. He seems trying to revisit the dream too. Yes, take it. Various correspondence with the topic of the occult and its place inside the scientific studies. Okay. A medium brown size boots. A tray used to develop photographs. Chemicals used in the development of photographs. Stationery. Mary, question mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I have enough to get out of here. Oh, her name's Mary? As in Mary Blake, the Marquis's deceased wife? Miss McLeod. I can see she is not shadowed by anything here. She looks a little lost without Mrs. Loud by her side. This must be the church at the back of the grounds. Can I go there? Oh, what is going on in this picture? It did not come out so well. Another photo of Miss Evelyn Dean. She looks more haunted than the other picture I have. I wonder why. This confirms to me the doctor took the photograph I now have. Did he send it to me then, or was it taken from his room? There are no bones here. I wonder if he's seeing them. Oh God, please don't find me. 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 Get out. Oh, thank God. Okay, we investigated room 10. Okay, where is Miss Murphy's quarters? I don't know where this stuff is. Okay, I don't know. Basement. We needed the southwest key. We need the southwest key. Is lost in the basement. How do I get the basement key? How do I get the basement key? I've already been in room 9. It's Miss Callahan's room. Oh. Miss Callahan. Callahan, her. Have I been in here? I think I have. I've been in Miss Mantovani's room. Barbosa. Learn Shay's full name. I must learn the name. Okay. I think we should maybe go to the library. I have not been to the library. I've been to the library once. I think I should go to the library and see if I can look up any new topics and see if that gives us any direction. I really don't know what else to do. I don't know how to solve not one puzzle. Not one puzzle I don't know how to solve. And we just got another puzzle, which is crazy. Is there anything I want to look up? Look up the vase of that. Tradition says that the blah 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 was the last native pharaoh of Egypt, was the greatest magician of all the pharaohs. His vase is surrounded in legend. It is said that many adventurers and archaeologists have become obsessed with finding it throughout history. Once they attain it, they have a sudden and complete change in personality, often disappearing, leaving their lives and families behind. The last known owner of the vase was Wilhelmina Blake, whose uncle, Leonard Barnard Blake, had recovered it from Giza in the late 1700s. She appeared not long after that. The current whereabouts of the vase are unknown. Oh, the vase sounds cursed. Information on Mary Blake. After her marriage to Jonathan Blake, the Marquise of Doon, in 1881, she gained the title of Marchioness. She established the Blake Foundation in 1890. Through the foundation, the Marchioness constructed and funded several orphanages, ragged schools, and widows' almshouses in impoverished rural towns and villages across Connacht. Marion has committed much of the Blake fortune to the foundation and organized fundraising events across Ireland and Great Britain. She spent her free time teaching English in one of the foundation's local schools and privately funded the university education of over 40 pupils. Took up a position of philanthropist and charity worker, acting as a pillar of her community and the very image of a God-fearing woman until her death. Look up the resurrects. Where a crucifix depicts Jesus Christ and his crucifixion, and so speaks his sacrifice and the forgiveness bestowed upon humanity for it. Resurrects is the crucifix's counterpart, the cross upon which Jesus was crucified with no depiction of the Lord upon it. The resurrects then is an empty cross, the Lord having departed it, and this signifies hope, eternal life, and triumph over death. Looked up her Medic Order of the Dawn. To the layperson, not much is known. Secret Magical Society. I think I read this already. Soul trapping or unwillful binding of souls. Oh my god. This is so much reading, you guys. Return to the ladies' bathroom, but I don't think I have the key, do I? No, that's what we have to do. We have to look up the ladies' bathroom. care about any of this stuff. What are you guys doing? Investigate room 3. I don't think I have the key for 3. Don't think I do. Wait, what's this? Oh, I got all of her facts? Oh, hell yeah. Research the vase. You guys. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Her goal is to reclaim the vase, but she is obsessed. She is tired because it is, no, she is, oh, no, the vase. She is obsessed because it is cursed. What if? I know what happened here. I got it right the first try.
Miss Hisham is searching for a vase stolen by Wilhelmina Blake, but she doesn't know it's cursed. I should find and confront her about this.
Yes! We made some progress! I'm so happy! We made some progress. I'm so happy. What's this?
Hello, Mr. Ward.
I need to talk to you about something. I just don't know what it is. Can I ask you what you're working on? I'm researching my family, I suppose. The Quinn family lived around here not that long ago. I'm interested in the land they used to own and who lived on it. I did not expect it to prove so difficult. What about your scars? Forgive me, may I ask how'd you end up with the injuries? Is it enough to say I have terrible luck? But there is some luck, I suppose, in the fact that I've only been scarred. It hasn't killed me yet. You talk like there's something after you. It just looks that way, Mr. Ward. You have a pen in your pocket, just in case it slipped your mind. Oh, don't worry, it's clean. I've stained enough of my clothes not to make that mistake again. I take it not often without one. I'm a poet by trade. I prefer to carry one so I'm not caught with a refrain or such like, and without the means to write it down. All right, she's gonna tell me her schedule. I'm not gonna read all of this. Brooch. It's quite a striking brooch you have. My sister gave it to me as a keepsake when I set off. A good luck charm, she called it. I hope she's right. Yeah. Did you leave this behind in the library? That is my handwriting, certainly. It looks like it's one of my notes, magical theory, but I'm beyond theorizing the theorizing part now. Have you had any strange occurrences? We are in a haunted house, sir. Of course there's strange goings on. For example, last night when I was dressing for bed, I noticed a panel on my wallpaper. My room was falling down. This morning it wasn't anymore. It was the same wallpaper, but look if someone has fixed it. Weird. Have you had strange dreams too? The doors at regular increments down it. You experienced it then? No, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I think an unsettling dream or two is least of your worries. What do you know about well scrying? It's an Irish tradition, gazing into the well and asking for answers. It doesn't seem to have transferred to England like you might have expected. A most secular spiritual practice. It might be that it only works, at least it's known in Ireland. I wonder. I've arranged a session with Miss Callahan. I want to check on the family. Let me ask you about Walter. Do you know much about Walter Blake? I've not. I've heard of him and gather he's the family's last hope. Frankly, I've been too busy with the survival of my own lot to care too much. I haven't asked her about Evelyn. We know Miss Dean, Irish, of a certain class, interested in mysticism, most branches rather than one in particular. I don't know what she does these days, but when we met, she was hunting for ancient secrets and grimoires. But frankly, you'd do better asking someone else. Evelyn and I haven't been on speaking terms for some time. Okay, it looks as if I cannot ask her about Mary. Might sound strange. I've had some improbable encounters around the manor. Do you happen to have seen anything unnatural? If you mean the ghosts, then yes, I've seen them. The whole house is death strewn about it with the same regularity as furniture. You're not used to such tangible supernatural presence, are you? Are you? In my own way, as such, I'll commend you on your bravery. For a first supernatural experience, it's quite the introduction. The ghosts are very vivid. Nobody I know, though, not that I've seen. They're probably the poor souls who've died here. Okay.
I should close off the mystery of Miss Dean's bedroom. If I can form a hypothesis, I will learn something useful for my investigation.
Okay, let's try to do that then. Investigate Percival Blake. What the hell is that? Percival Blake? Percival Blake. Became the Marquis of June at the age of 19. Great freeze, saw annotations that he didn't drown in the tsunami or was drowned during it. Seems he was not popular. I read this. Should I read about the tsunami? Should I go read about the tsunami? Okay, I can't remember where I saw the tsunami. Irish folk. No. Wasn't here? No. Maybe it was here. Yeah, tsunami. Massive earthquakes as far north. Thousands died. Oh, that was it. Okay. Okay, we gotta find, what's her name? Where's she at right now? I wonder if I have her on my timetable. Confront Arwa Hisham. Wait, who is she again? Arwa Hisham. Her. Arwa Hisham. Arwa Hisham. Arwa Hisham. Where are you, Miss Arwa Hisham? There she is. She's in the walled garden. This is the right way. I still don't know how to get all these freaking keys. Or pills. She's all the way over there. Okay. I don't think I've been in here, have I? So, girl? Hey, girl.
Mr. Ward, you need to talk to me.
Confront. Your goal is to reclaim this stolen basement. You are obsessed because it is cursed.
If you're trying to dissuade me, you will need to choose more than the hysteria of... You are serious.
I'm afraid so.
The thing hasn't left my mind since I first discovered its existence. Every moment I am awake, even when I am not, I think of that vase. If I'm very still, and I feel it pulling me away from myself. And always, always, I hear a song in the back of my head I have never heard before. I wrote it down, though I do not know what for. Here. Do you see? I am not myself. Yet it seems so important. Not just obsession, then. I will not be subject to such a thing. Will you help me? Will you find and destroy it? Normally, I would not condone the destruction of something so ancient. But such a thing should never have survived this long. And take the music too, in case it helps you. If you find the artifact, Mr. Ward, you must break it. Leave nothing but powder and dust.
Find where to play the melody. One additional action on the mind map? I should find something suitable to play the tune. Do I have a new... Oh, we have so much to do. Okay, so... we have to go revisit the dream. We have to get into her bedroom. I'm missing 3 pieces of evidence for the trail, but I cannot. What brought Miss Dean to the manor in the first place? Retrieve object from vent. Screwdriver. Miss Dean. Okay, I don't even know. I don't know. I must prepare myself and re-enter the dream. I don't know how to do that. Trail, dead end, slipper, hedge maze. Boot prints, locker key, slipper, hedge maze. There are signs of a trail. Yes, but I don't know where else. Can I go in here? No. It's only open on Sundays. That's right. That's right. I can't even get into the hedge. Like, I'm in the hedge maze, but I don't know. Oh. Did that just count as another? There are signs of a trail in the gardens. Right. Oh. Is this one too? Was that the same? Yeah, okay, that counted. Where does it lead? Oh, does it want me to go in the gardens? What was over here? This was locked too, I think. Yes. I don't know if I should try to look more in the hedge maze or not. See if there's anything that I haven't found. Maybe I was... Why would the trail start in the house and then go to the hedge maze, though? I feel like it would do that instead of starting at the hedge maze. All right, so here's the slip-up. I found the slip-up. It goes this way. I saw this already. And then we found this. And then we found this. And then we found this. And then we found these footsies. And then we found these footsies. And then we found this footsie. And then there's a sigil here that I don't understand. I thought I was supposed to like try to connect them all, but I feel like I've tried to follow this trail a million times. While he's here, I want to see if there's anything else I can ask him about, because it's only been 16 minutes.
Mr. Ward, how are you?
Oh, yeah. I've heard this song recently I cannot play. Does it sound familiar to you? Can't say I recognize the tune, but I'm not really the musical sort. Maybe if you try it on an instrument and come back to you. Have I seen an instrument somewhere? What do you know of Marquise Blake's late wife? I did not know the woman, I'm afraid. She was hired on after... I was hired on after her death. Miss Joyce speaks well of her, though. Lady Wilhelmina. What do you know of Wilhelmina Blake? I've heard the heard the hoary. That's what I almost said. I've heard the story, but only secondhand. Off she went one day in the middle of the night, never told us where she was going. They say no one ever saw her again. God knows where she went or what happened to her. There's still a collection of her belongings in the basement. How do I get into the basement? You recognize this. There's a key to the bathhouse lockers. Best put that back where you found it. The door to room 15 is missing and not where it should be. It has been walled over. No offense, I understand the meaning of the word. I can take a look later if you want, but that's not the first time this has happened. Some time ago, one of the blanks supposedly walled up some young lovers after he was slighted. They were never found. Anyway, I'll take a look. Maybe one of your magical lot got some inspiration from him. I wonder if Miss Dean was personally invited. If she was if I've heard right, Miss Mantovani. I can't say for sure, Miss Dean. I didn't hear from the staff or from her. I suspect she'd have made it known. Not sure anyone would invite that trouble on themselves. The key that lock that hides the base. Okay, I don't know what to do with any of this stuff. Have you ever seen a woman's ghost by the fire pit? I caught a glimpse of something, all right. Only recent mind. She's not been there long. Miss Mantovani's spending a lot of time out there tuned to the site or something. Maybe you should talk to her.
Right, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've already talked to her about it. Okay, I don't know how. I don't know what to do about anything. I know that I need to do stuff. I just don't know how to get access to what I need to do. Said that, oh my God, 26/14/32. $26 14. That was so easy. 32. No way, brother. What's this? Twigs and horsehair. They are covered in soot for some reason. They don't seem sturdy enough to be of practical use. Might they be for a ritual or a charm? If so, what would Mr. Hunter be doing with these? The groundsman's key. This may be very useful indeed. It may even unlock some of the guest rooms. Northwest corridor key.